Hello, lovely friends. Welcome back to our cozy corner for bedtime stories. I'm Chloe, and tonight, we have a wonderful tale just for you. So snuggle up, get comfy, and let's dive into a magical adventure together. This story is called The Magic Garden. Once upon a time in the small town of Willowbrook, there was a peculiar garden known as the Magic Garden. It was said that the garden held powers beyond imagination, and only those with pure hearts could unlock its secrets. In Willowbrook, there lived a young girl named Emma, known for her kind heart and boundless curiosity. One sunny afternoon, as she strolled through the town square, she overheard a group of children whispering about the mysterious garden. "Have you heard of the Magic Garden?" one of them asked. "It's hidden deep in the heart of the old forest," another replied. Emma's eyes sparkled with intrigue. She decided then and there that she would find this wondrous garden and discover its secrets. The next morning, armed with a sense of adventure, Emma set off towards the old forest. Tall trees whispered ancient secrets as sunlight filtered through the leaves, creating a dappled path ahead. Birds sang sweet melodies, guiding her deeper into the woods. After what felt like hours, Emma stumbled upon an overgrown path, barely visible through the underbrush. With a determined heart, she followed it, her footsteps crunching on fallen leaves. As she ventured further, the trees gradually parted, revealing a hidden clearing. Before her stood a wrought iron gate, adorned with ivy and blossoms of every color. Emma's heart raced with anticipation. With a gentle push, the gate creaked open, revealing the enchanting world beyond. The garden was a kaleidoscope of colors and scents, where flowers stood taller than houses, and their petals shimmered like precious gems. As Emma wandered through this magical oasis, she met the garden's delightful inhabitants. There was Daisy, a playful bunny with a crown of daisies on her head, and Squeak, a tiny mouse with a penchant for storytelling. Together, they showed Emma the wonders of the garden. In the heart of the garden, there stood a grand oak tree, its branches reaching for the sky. It was the ancient guardian of the garden, known as Old Oak. With wise eyes and a voice like rustling leaves, Old Oak welcomed Emma. "Ah, young one, you have found your way to the Magic Garden," Old Oak rumbled. "This garden thrives on the goodness in one's heart. It grants wishes to those who nurture it with love and kindness." Emma's eyes widened with wonder. She listened intently as Old Oak shared the garden's history and the stories of children who had once cared for it. Determined to leave her mark on the garden, Emma spent days tending to the flowers, singing sweet songs, and sharing laughter with her newfound friends. Each act of kindness seemed to make the garden's magic even stronger. One evening, as the sun painted the sky in hues of gold and pink, Emma sat beneath Old Oak's branches, feeling a sense of contentment wash over her. Suddenly, a soft glow emanated from the ground at her feet. To her astonishment, a small, radiant seed had sprouted, its leaves unfurling with grace. It was a magical bloom, a symbol of the love and kindness Emma had poured into the garden. Word spread through Willowbrook about Emma's remarkable discovery, and soon, families from the town would visit the Magic Garden, their hearts touched by its beauty and wonder. And so, the Magic Garden flourished, a testament to the power of love and kindness. It became a place where dreams bloomed and laughter echoed through the air, all thanks to the pure-hearted girl named Emma. And in the heart of it all stood Old Oak, watching over the garden and knowing that its magic would continue to touch the lives of those who believed in the power of goodness. The Kindness Garden. Once upon a time in a small, colorful town, there lived a young girl named Lily. Lily had a heart full of kindness that sparkled like the morning dew on a sunny day. She believed in the power of being kind, just like her favorite book, Be Kind by Pat Zietlow Miller, taught her. One bright morning, as Lily strolled through the town's bustling market, she noticed something peculiar. A neglected garden, overrun with weeds and drooping flowers, caught her eye. It looked sad and forgotten, much like a garden that had lost hope. Lily's heart twinged with empathy. She knew that she couldn't just pass by. She knelt down beside the garden, determined to bring some kindness and love back into it. With a small shovel, Lily started to dig around the wilted plants. She whispered kind words to the flowers, encouraging them to stand tall once more. The more Lily tended to the garden, the more it seemed to come alive. Slowly, the flowers started to perk up, and their colors brightened. Word of Lily's kind act spread through the town like wildfire. The townsfolk were inspired by her selfless act of tending to the forgotten garden. They decided to join in, bringing seeds, watering cans, and their hearts full of kindness. Every day, after school, Lily and her newfound friends gathered at the garden, and together they worked magic. They sang songs to the plants, shared stories, and laughed heartily. The garden flourished, and so did their friendship. As the garden bloomed, something magical began to happen. The kindness that Lily and her friends poured into the garden seemed to spread beyond its borders. The whole town became a little brighter, a little warmer, and a lot kinder. People smiled more, offered help to strangers, and went out of their way to make someone's day a little better. Lily and her friends watched in amazement. They realized that kindness was like a ripple in a pond, spreading far and wide, touching hearts they didn't even know existed. One day, as the sun set in a burst of oranges and pinks, the town gathered for a celebration. The garden, once forlorn and forgotten, now stood as a symbol of the incredible power of kindness. Lily stood in front of the crowd, her heart filled with gratitude. "This garden," she said, "reminds us all that a little bit of kindness can transform the world around us. It shows us that we have the power to make a difference, no matter how small we might feel." The townsfolk cheered, their hearts swelling with pride for their remarkable town and the extraordinary girl who had started it all. From that day on, the town became known far and wide as the Town of Kindness. People came from all over, drawn by the magic of the garden and the warmth of the community. Lily's story reached the ears of the author, Pat Zietlow Miller. Touched by the impact of her book, she decided to visit the Town of Kindness. When she arrived, she was greeted with open arms and warm smiles. She walked through the garden, her eyes glistening with tears of joy. "I wrote Be Kind, hoping to inspire children to make a difference," she said. "But what you've all done here is beyond my wildest dreams. You've shown that kindness is a force that can change the world." And so, in the heart of the Town of Kindness, a garden stood as a testament to the power of kindness. It taught everyone who visited that no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. And the legacy of Lily and her friends lived on, inspiring generations to come to be kind. Just like the girl who started it all, the Enchanted Blossom Garden. Once upon a time, nestled at the edge of a small village, there lay a hidden gem known as the Enchanted Blossom Garden. This magical garden was no ordinary plot of land. It was a place where flowers danced, trees whispered secrets, and every creature spoke a language of kindness. In this village, there lived a young girl named Lily, known for her curious spirit and kind heart. One sunny morning, as she roamed the village outskirts, she heard a faint melody that seemed to beckon her. Guided by the gentle music, Lily stumbled upon the garden, hidden behind an ancient, ivy-covered gate. As the gate creaked open, Lily's eyes widened in amazement. Vibrant blossoms of every hue imaginable adorned the garden, their petals shimmering like precious gems. The air was alive with the sweet scent of flowers, and butterflies flitted about, leaving trails of stardust in their wake. Lily took a step inside, her heart pounding with excitement. She felt an inexplicable connection to this magical place, as if it had been waiting for her all along. As she wandered deeper, she met the garden's extraordinary inhabitants. First, there was Petal, a mischievous but friendly pixie who zipped around on gossamer wings, sprinkling fairy dust that made the flowers sing with joy. Then came Whisker, a plump, talking squirrel with a fondness for acorn pies. He scurried up and down the trees, tending to the nests and making sure everyone had a cozy home. Next, Lily met Willow, an ancient oak tree with branches that reached for the sky. Willow's wise eyes sparkled with ancient knowledge, and she shared stories of the garden's past with Lily. It turned out that the garden's magic had been protected by generations of kind-hearted children like Lily. Together, they explored the wonders of the garden. They rode on the backs of gentle bumblebees, swam in sparkling dewdrop pools, and even had conversations with chatty ladybugs who told tales of far-off lands. One day, as Lily sat beneath the shade of a giant toadstool, Petal fluttered over with a glint of excitement in her eyes. "Lily," she chimed, "the garden has a special gift for you, for being such a dear friend to us all." With a wave of her tiny hand, Petal conjured a small, glowing seed. It sparkled with a soft, ethereal light, pulsating in time with Lily's heartbeat. "Plant this seed with love and watch the magic grow," Petal whispered. With a heart full of gratitude, Lily took the seed and carefully nestled it into the rich, enchanted soil. She watered it with tenderness, and within moments a sprout burst forth, reaching for the sun like an eager child. As the days passed, Lily watched in wonder as the plant grew into a magnificent tree with silver leaves that shone like moonbeams. The tree swayed to an unheard melody, and it seemed to hold a piece of the garden's magic within its branches. The other garden inhabitants gathered around, their eyes shining with pride. Willow spoke softly. "Lily, you have brought a new magic to our garden. Your kindness and love have given life to something truly extraordinary." From then on, the garden flourished even more vibrantly, and its magic seemed to touch the entire village. Children and adults alike would visit, their hearts lifted by the beauty and wonder that surrounded them. And so, the Enchanted Blossom Garden became a beacon of light and hope, a place where the power of kindness and love could bring forth miracles. And at its heart stood Lily, the girl with a heart as pure and bright as the garden itself, forever woven into its magical tapestry.